is Lindh from Lakshmi Rising Yoga and Wellness. I want to tell you a little bit about our 300-hour yoga teacher training program. This training is for people who have already taken a yoga teacher training, and it can be in any style of yoga at all. The training itself is in Vinyasa Yoga in the lineage of Krishnamacharya, with an emphasis on yoga for injury prevention and for sustainability and longevity of practice. My approach to Vinyasa Yoga is to make sure that the yoga is safe and available to anyone who wants to practice it. So it doesn't have to be something gymnastic or acrobatic or super athletic, although those are fun and beautiful. It's not necessarily the best approach for everyone at every time. We also emphasize that this practice is not a competition, either with ourselves or with others, and it's not a performance, either something to be recorded for social media or to perform for the others in the space. There's nobody that needs to approve of your practice. It's something that will sustain you so that you can have the most options in this wonderful life. So our 300-hour training happens concurrently with the 200-hour training. This is really wonderful because when we go through a 200-hour yoga teacher training, there's really no baseline of what gets covered. Every 200-hour teacher training is unique, and if you went to 5 different 200-hour trainings, you would learn something new in each one. So there's a lot that needs to be covered in 200 hours. The study of yoga is a lifetime study. It's not something that happens in 200 hours. It's not something that happens in 500 hours. Maybe 500 years would be enough to get somewhere in a yoga practice or in a deep relationship with yoga. It's something that we have to keep doing and keep doing and keep doing, and keep coming back to it, keep coming back to it, keep coming back to it. So you'll have the chance to review some foundational material in the vast library of yoga, and you may be hearing some things for the first time. Lakshmi Rising is a unique approach. So the philosophy is applied philosophy, how this is going to affect us in our life now, and how we can use this ancient wisdom to become more aware people with a higher consciousness, and how we can use that awareness and higher consciousness to make the world a better place. And we also use the philosophy as an experience to connect with the others in our group, to promote tolerance, and to open our minds to different ways of seeing things. The anatomy and asana and sequencing aspect of the training is also quite unique, no matter what your prior experience, practice, or teaching has been, because my approach has been informed with over 25 years of practice and study, and we look at the anatomy in a functional way, in a way that's relevant to the movements, and in a way that's interesting, so that it's not just memorizing, it's actually understanding what's happening on an anatomical level. So the 200 and the 300-hour training happening at the same time. The big difference is the 300-hour students have more hours. You have more work to do and extra sessions that the 200-hour students don't have. The projects that you have are also very specialized, where you'll have to work one-on-one with another one of the students and give them a private yoga class. You'll also get to receive a private yoga class. A lot of yoga teachers have never taken a private, so of course you won't be so good at giving a private if you've never taken one. You'll also get to choose from a list of topics to present a 30-minute lecture that has some experiential component to it, but not an asana class. You'll actually be teaching and relaying information about something like the bandhas, or the nervous system, or koshas, or doshas, and you get to choose from the list, so you can specialize in something that's relevant to you and interesting to you. And then you'll take this topic, and at the end of our training, everybody, 200-hour students included, everybody has to teach a 30-minute class. So you'll take this topic that you already gave a 30-minute presentation on and weave this topic into your asana class. This is something that will give you practice in making your classes more cohesive and complex, and will also give you some content, some material that you can go home with and start off right away with either a workshop or a 6-week series or something you can record and put up online. So you'll have material there that you can use to build upon so that you have something to teach, that you've already done the work and research and practiced it out. Another aspect of that 30-minute class at the end is you'll choose from a hat. So this topic will actually choose you, one of the yamas or niyamas, and you'll have a chance to present that in our larger group discussion about the yamas and the niyamas. But then you'll also weave that aspect of philosophy into your 30-minute class in the end of the practice. The other project that you have will be to put together a community service project, something that you'll work on when you get home. And you'll also work with me in preparing and teaching a chair yoga and kids yoga class. In our Costa Rica programs, we go into La Carpio, an underserved neighborhood in San Jose, where we'll actually work with kids and adults who really need yoga, and we'll share that with them in a way that will help them. In our Italy locations, we'll just work on the chair yoga and kids yoga, but we won't have the chance to actually teach it in the field. So those are your big projects. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you'll join me for this wonderful, enriching experience and training.